Hi, welcome to the directions for page 2 of the Cold War Interactive Notebook. Please go ahead and click the plus sign magnifying glass and adjust your document. Then click the magnifying glass again so that you can move the pieces when you need to. Please start this and every page of any assignment by reading the directions carefully. For further information about the Iron Curtain, the division that took place in Europe, and the alliances, please click on the hyperlink that's underlined in blue. The first part of this assignment wants you to label the Warsaw Pact countries and the NATO countries, as well as the neutral ones. In order to move the pieces, you're going to click on it. You're going to wait or move the cursor until it's a plus sign compass, and then you move the piece wherever you need it to go. In order to change the color of the country, you need to decide if it's neutral, NATO, or Warsaw Pact. Whichever color you decide, you're going to go over to the little paint bucket here and click and choose the color. If it's Warsaw Pact, you're going to choose this color. If it's NATO, you're going to choose this color. And if it's neutral, you're going to choose this color or somewhere around it, okay? The next thing they asked you to do was to move the actual Iron Curtain. So here's a replica of the Iron Curtain. You're going to click it, move the cursor until you see the little plus sign, and then put it in its appropriate place. Here I have supplied you with a map that's very beneficial. The colors are not the same, but the countries are labeled for you. You have the NATO countries in the gold looking color and the Warsaw Pact countries in the pink. You also have the neutral countries in white. Make sure you read what Spain says. This map will also help you place the Iron Curtain. Just look for the place where the gold and the pink meet. That's where you should place your Iron Curtain. Please pause, complete assignment number 2, then play again so you can hear the instructions for assignment 3 of this interactive notebook. Assignment 3 talks about German occupation and the Berlin airlift. Of course, with this and any assignment, you're going to start by carefully reading the directions and clicking on the hyperlink in blue in order to read more about the event. You can also use your notes and bubble map graphic organizer from last week to get this section completed. Here, you need to click on all of the 4 flags, and place them in the correct color zone that they should be. Again, just like the puzzle pieces, click on the flag, move the cursor until it's the plus sign compass, and then move the piece where you think it should go. Also on this section, you need to answer in 3 sentences the boxes asking about the Berlin airlift. You can also use your graphic organizers or any other notes on the airlift. Next, we have information about the Marshall Plan. Again, you can use any notes that we've taken plus the graphic organizer. Read the directions carefully and click on the hyperlinks to learn more about each of the events. Then use that information, graphic organizer, or any other information to help answer each petal of this flower or windmill. Also, answer at the bottom in 3 sentences, what impact did the Marshall Plan have on Europe and the world? So you got to tell me the impact, or how did it change Europe, and how did the Marshall Plan change the world? The petals need to be 2 sentences at least. Here you're going to read and review about containment and the Truman policy. Make sure you read the directions carefully and click on the hyperlinks to learn more about the situation. Then, in 3 to 5 sentences, you're going to answer for each of these boxes how the U.S. tried to contain communism in this region. So you're going to read about what happened in Western Europe and tell me in 3 sentences how the United States tried to stop communism from spreading in that region. Do the same thing for Asia, the same for Latin America. Remember, each box needs to be 3 to 5 sentences, and please repeat part of the label of each box in your first sentence. Please base all of your writing for this entire assignment on what you've read. Here you're going to review the facts about the Cuban Missile Crisis. Make sure you read the directions carefully, clicking on the blue hyperlinks, reading more about the event. Then you're going to use your graphic organizer, any notes, and what you've read on this activity to fill in the causes, 3 to 5 sentences, the goals of the U.S. and the Soviet Union, 3 to 5 sentences, and the result of the Cuban Missile Crisis in 3 to 5 sentences. Okay? Please make sure you repeat the label of each section in your first sentence of your answer. For example, the causes of the Cuban Missile Crisis were, or the goals of the United States in the Cuban Missile Crisis was. So you got to use the titles of each of the section to start your sentence. Base it on what you've read. Here you're going to be comparing the Korean and Vietnam Wars. Make sure you click on the hyperlink as you're reading the directions carefully. Once you're done reading directions, you're going to type differences and similarities for each war in the Venn diagram. Please give me at least 2 similarities and 2 differences. Then you also need to apply pictures to support your, sorry, I'm reading and talking. Find pictures to support your comments. Let's say at least 1 picture in each section. All right, I'm going to end this video because it's getting a little long.